back out to Lambeau Field. We find Saints color analyst Deuce McAllister standing by. And Deuce, man, that was a tough one to watch.
Let me give you the Saints Radio Network post-game injury report. It's brought to you by LCMC Health. Healthcare for Louisiana is delivered with heart and soul. 2 guys of concern that you lost. One, Adam Troutman, went in the first half, did not return, unsure of what he did to himself, but he did not return, as well as Chase Hansen. It was after a tackle. He was slow to get up, and he was replaced. I think it was Bostic that came in for him, but he did not return. Those are 2 players that you were hoping that would be available to make this squad, and we'll kind of see what happens this week. Chase Hansen, no, he didn't practice one day against the Green Bay Packers, and he's been really filling in for Pete Werner, trying to make a move on that other linebacker position, opposite of DeMario, and just trying to shore it up defensively. But we'll see what the Saints do if they stick with the guys that they have, or they try to make a move via some of the cuts that we made, or via trade. And so we'll just have to wait and see. But Christian, just going back to the game, turnovers, penalties. You're not going to win whether it's regular season and or preseason. You're not going to win many games when you turn the ball in on the plus side of the field. When you turn the ball over on the plus side of the field, I think both times. The interception where your receiver falls down, and then the fumble snap between the quarterback and the center, just tough to win like that.
Deuce, I don't want to pile on or be too rough on Ian Book, but 5 turnovers in 3 quarters in the preseason, man, that at this point you're going, is he even going to make the team? He might make the practice squad, but I can't see, based on what I've seen in 2 games, I can't see him making the 53-man roster. That roster spot's too precious.
Well, it's about trust. You got to be able to trust that he can go out there and do what he's supposed to do. And, it's not my call to make. That'll be something that Dennis Allen and, Coach Ronald Curry and Pete Carmichael and Mickey Loomis and those guys, Jeff Ireland, will have to make that decision. And so, we've always talked about you're not just competing with the guys in your room, you're competing with guys across the league. And so if the Saints feel like they can go and get another quarterback, a younger guy, development in that situation to come in and play, then that's what they'll do. If not, then Taysom Hill will probably be your emergency 3rd quarterback on this roster.
Deuce, I say this kind of tongue-in-cheek, but, that was hard to watch to the point where I want the last 3 hours of my life back. It was that kind of hard. I don't know if you feel that way, but I do.
I don't go that far. I don't go that far with it because, at the end of the day, there's probably about 10 spots that guys are still fighting for on this team. And so when you watch it and you have to evaluate it, me and Mike, we talked about it, think about how the improvement that you saw from Trevor Penny. Think about, his play overall, how he, you really didn't call his name a lot for mistakes. And so for a young man like that to go out there and improve, and you get a big tackle for a loss from your former first-rounder last year as well. And so when you see Peyton Turner be able to make a play in the backfield, I don't care if it's second team, third team, you're in the right place. You do what you're supposed to do. I think you're pleased with that. And so, like I said, the pendulum has swung both ways for that 3rd running back position between Dwayne Washington and Tony Jones Jr. Did Tony Jones Jr. do enough tonight to kind of take that position back? Or will it come down to next week where one of those other young running backs be able to show up and, say, hey, look, no, I want that job overall. And so there's a lot still to be had, even though from a success standpoint you didn't get what you wanted as far as win. I thought some guys did some good things out there.